I'm checking on the leftists and the Kamala Nevers. I want to see how y'all doing. How are y'all doing right now? How are y'all feeling about everything that's happening in Los Angeles? Do you see what a one-issue party voter can do? Do you see about not thinking about the masses can do? Do you see by not using your right to vote and exercising that bitch in the booth can do? Do you see the destruction you do when you ignore everybody for one cause? Because baby, if you sit here and say Kamala Harris would do this in her own state, I'm gonna need you to go outside, touch the grass, look up in the air and make sure the sky's blue, okay? Y'all Latinos for Trump, y'all didn't put y'all foot in it. This man is putting tactical gear down in Los Angeles right now. The National Guard will be on ground for 30 days. And I'm gonna tell you something. Gavin Newsom and the mayor of Los Angeles never requested that. This is Frumpy's way of being able to declare martial law. When he was talking about homegrown and getting rid of people in America, what y'all thought that was gonna be? How y'all thought that was gonna come about? Y'all see why we didn't go outside? Because this is what he wanted. I am all for them exercising their freedom of speech, but they would not be having to exercise this if y'all would have got y'all up, voted. Not split the vote by voting for Jill Stein. Not telling people to sit on their hands because it was G side or nothing. Not going against your own community, Latinos. White women, I don't expect anything from y'all. Y'all seem to love being told what to do. At least half of y'all don't have a brain. I just want to know how y'all sleeping knowing what y'all caused. We're on the brink of martial law. How the hell are you going to free Palestine from that?
My black people, I don't think I got to tell you, but I will remind you. Y'all see what's going on in LA? That's not our fight. We tried to tell them. It's their fight. We had our fight in the 60s. We're still fighting today. But today, this is what they voted for. This is what they're getting. Don't get caught up.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So a lot of Latinos are now making videos and asking black people for help. Why is nobody protesting with them? Why is nobody coming out to speak for them, being that they are being targeted by ICE and getting deported, being in ICE custody and all of that? Why is black people not answering them? Why is it that nobody's talking about them? And they are not, citing what happened during the Black Lives Matters, how they came out to also support the black people and you guys. So a lot of black people actually made video to respond to that and say, we are still resting. It's our resting era. We told you guys during the election, and now it is time for everyone to face the consequences of whatever they vote for. Nobody in their community saw this coming, but it is what it is. I'm just going to let these videos roll, which I've gathered for you guys. Then I'll come back with my commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Please do what to subscribe to my channel, and credit to all creators on this video. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Let's go watch.
I will not be going out there and protesting. I will not be putting my body on the line. I will be doing what I can in other ways, but as a black woman, after those election results, and also after a lot of the racism I've experienced from the community that is currently being targeted, I am not going to go outside and put my body and my safety on the line. That being said, I'm not saying people should not go out and protest. If it's in your spirit to go out there and help in that way, definitely do that. But I am not going to do that for someone who would not piss on me if I was on fire, if the roles were reversed. Because, let's be serious. We all saw the results. I mean, I know my husband's going to go out there. He's white, so he's gonna go out there and do what he can do, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I don't think anyone should feel pressure to do it. It's really messed up, and I'm hoping that there are other ways that I can help, but this is not it. This is not my call to action.
This for all you Latino influencers that be on the Lord's internet talking about black people. Where are you at, black people? Why aren't you marching with us, black people? Out on the National Mall, y'all. I see this Spanish chick, about 400 pounds, posing with her MAGA hat on in front of the president's banner, right? And Chloe, she was not making Good American. The photo shoot, she was not making a cut. Photo, she just posing. Click, click, click. How about y'all get your people in line? Stop worrying about black people. Get your people in line. Okay? Because half of them voted for it. So stop worrying about black people. Okay? Do your own work for once. Okay? And I just thought of one more thing. They always talk about black people. Where you at, black people? You don't hear them saying, white people, why aren't you marching with us? Asian people, why aren't you marching with us? Pacific Islander, why aren't you marching with us? Everybody think black people owes them our labor. We already sacrificed for the Civil Rights Act that all of y'all benefited from. right? All you community of colors and women. So I just thought about that, just the audacity. Why don't y'all ask white people to help grow? Why don't y'all say that? Why don't you say Muslims? Why aren't you marching with us? What does this got to do with black people?
The selective outrage that some of you all are giving black people for not going out in the street and protesting kind of reminds me of how Kyrie was punished for sharing a link, but Amazon wasn't touched for actually showing the movie. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I have been telling a lot of our black people not to go out in the street and protest, as are some of my mutuals. Not to go out in the street and protest. That is not our time. Our time meaning that this is not the time for us to go out in the street. This is the time for us to boycott. I have said personally it's not our fight. Right, it's not. It's not our physical fight. That does not mean that we don't stand with our brown brothers and sisters. That does not mean that we're not sympathetic and empathetic to what's going on over in LA. I think that there is an immigration issue that we do need to have corrected. However, I think the way that it's being done is barbaric. And we don't want anybody doing anything that it is unlawful to any of our brothers and sisters. None of them. However, as black people, we know that when we go out in the street, it's a whole different ballgame. We're the ones that's being unalived. We're the ones that's being jailed. We know that we just get treated differently. Why would we go out there and experience that bloodshed? We've done it for so long. We've been on the front lines. We have sacrificed ourselves for a very, very long time. And the white people who are allies, some of them, even in my comments, have said, no, y'all stay home. We already know what happened when y'all go out there. We got it. Stay home. And then you got some white people that are like, well, especially Latin people that are like, why aren't y'all here? Like, y'all need to come on and y'all need to do this and blah, 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 blah. And for me, it's a no. It's going to be a no. I just really believe that the boycott that we're doing is the job that we have been assigned and what we're doing very well. Nobody needs to do the same job. Everybody got different parts to their job. And our job right now is to boycott. And see, what you need is a mindset change, because some people think, oh, an entrepreneur that only works 10 hours a week ain't doing nothing. But you really know that you're working if you're working 40 hours a week, because you can see that that person is working. And that's not the case. We're all working toward a similar goal. It's just a different job. So listen, just realize that we are all in this together. This is a fight that black people have been fighting for a very, very long time. Sometimes we have not had any help. Sometimes we have just pleaded, and we still are, for basic human rights that we still don't have. And we didn't have people that was on our side or by our side. So yeah, there is some animosity, there is some hurt, there is some pain. There's a lot of black people that's like, nope, mind my business, I'm not getting into it. And they have every right to feel that way. But right now, I just don't get the outrage that black people are getting because we just want to stay home and stay safe. But white people aren't getting the heat that we're getting. But stop coming for black folks that decide that they want to stay home and actually preserve their life. So just clock it. How did you deserve?
Now Latinos for Trump co-founder Ileana Garcia coming out and calling Trump's immigration policies inhumane. Basically saying that that's not what she was voted for. That to me is funny and also confusing because Donald Trump was clear his entire campaign. He villainized illegal immigrants and basically said he was going to mass deport them. I find it hard to believe that she ever thought that that was going to be a humane process. That was always going to be them racially profiling people. That was going to be them rounding them up like cattle, locking them up in cages and giving them no due process and shipping them off to countries that they are not even from. That was always going to be how it went down. And she's like, oh, people are going to appointments and they're doing it the right way and they're getting deported. Yes, that is what is happening. Is that sad? 1,000%. But I see right through her bullshit. She's a senator in Florida, and now her constituents are up in arms and pissed, and her communities are affected. A little too close to home, right? You're afraid you're going to lose your job. Stop all this performative bullshit. You don't care about those people. You don't. It's exactly what she voted for.
Black people in LA, mind your business. Black people in LA, mind your business. This don't got nothing to do with us. ICE and the National Guard being in LA has nothing to do with us. I don't understand rallying behind a whole bunch of people that hard ER you. They don't even like you for real. Everybody want to make their problems our problems. It's tired. This don't got nothing to do with us. Sit there, watch, look. Don't go out there. Go home. Go watch the NBA finals. Go do something that's black related. Go have a cookout. Go do something black. Like, this don't got nothing to do with us.
For all those Latinos who have been wailing on social media, crying out loud and saying that this is not what they voted for, especially the head of the whole Latino for Trump, now coming on the internet and crying that this is not what they voted for. This is exactly what you voted for. You voted for people to be deported, but you never thought it was going to ever come close to you. That's why you have that woman who was everywhere shouting, Latinos for Trump, Hispanic for Trump. And all of a sudden, when they saw their own people being deported, she's now shouting, more than betrayer, beyond betrayer. I do not want to make this political. My dear, you have to make it political because this is political. You voted for this. This was exactly what you voted for, and not the other way around. So when somebody asks you if you're part of the problem, maybe you should start pointing yourself, because you voted for this. Your people are not being targeted. You're not calling on black people. The same people who told you they were arresting, this is the arresting era, 2025 and beyond, for the next 4 years, they will not come out to protest for any reason. Now you guys are not calling them to leave the arresting era, the arresting zone, to come out and protest alongside yourself and the rest of your community members who came out in mass to vote for the current administration that is deporting your community. You guys actually came out and said this is the person you guys wanted to vote for, which is fine. It is your right to vote, right? But your community members didn't consider all of you who are undocumented in the country. And now that your people are not being deported, facing the whole deportation thing, you guys are not crying out loud and looking for who to blame for all your all your issues. The other day was your Latin sister who was crying and saying that she blamed the Democrats for everything that's happening, that if they had done better, maybe they would have won the election and all of that. You guys, you cannot be blaming people who are, who did nothing to you. You can't be claiming victim when you are the villain here. You chose this part. You chose everything that is happening now, and you should face it squarely. That's why everybody was telling you that the repercussion of your vote will definitely come, but you guys didn't see it coming. You guys, they told you that there will be consequences for all of this. He said mass deportation, the greatest mass deportation of all time, and some of you didn't see that as a thing because you felt that other community members will be deported except your community. Except your community. That's what that woman was lamenting, that the electoral people, they told us that they were not going to touch the documented people. But now what's happening in LA is a show that is a way to show that definitely you guys were played and you got to face the consequences of your action. And this is just part of it, right? I feel so sad that people are being separated from their families, especially children, separated from their mom and all that. But you guys, you stood your ground and decided to vote for somebody who promised you deportation without even looking twice and checking out if you guys are going to be affected or not. You didn't think twice to vote for somebody who said he was going to hurt people because you felt your community will not be hurt. But unfortunately, guess who is the other end of the bargain? You guys. I think that's what's just playing out here, because Latinos voted the way they did. Imagine some of you who voted for Stein and some of you who didn't even vote at all, came out in mass and voted the way you were supposed to. At least for somebody who has policies that were, better off than the other. Okay, there might be issues here and there, but that does not mean that this policy was not favorable to you and that of your community members. But you guys didn't listen. And now check out what is happening in LA. I feel so sad watching some of those videos. But black people said they are resting. They are not interested in anything at all, protest or whatsoever you call it. They are not coming out. So you stop calling them and stop expecting them to come show some love and some solidarity. Whether you like it or not, they said they are resting. They are not interested in joining you or joining forces to any community to, talk about ICE, protest against ICE and all of that. This is their resting era. So you guys just face front and do whatever that you got to do. Okay, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. What do you think about this Latinos for Trump and everything that is currently happening in the community? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's have that conversation in the comment. Please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more and more people can see it, guys. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time. Bye.